What's up, guys? I'm Turhan Troy Caylak. I'm an actor and screenwriter in Hollywood for the past 30 years. Originally from New York, 20 years working there on a lot of TV and shows.
Buen día, Turhan. Gracias por estar en el canal. Bienvenido. Yo quisiera poder empezar hablándole con una producción, un cortometraje muy bacano, que la verdad, pues, me fue difícil buscar, que se llama Shooting Blanks. Quisiera saber su experiencia. Fue casi tu debut. Entonces, coméntame.
Then we are going to talk about your debut, kinda. It was a short film that it was difficult to find, but John find it and it's shooting bands, man. Shooting blanks. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, that was a tough film to work on. Only because, listen, in Hollywood, you're not supposed to say things about other people and stuff like that. But I shot that in Staten Island, New York. And I love the director and writer. We had a good good friendship. He cast me in it. And the funny story about this two brothers, one is I'm playing a homosexual brother, and the other brother is heterosexual, and he needs to get his wife pregnant. And he thinks, who better to get the sperm, but he's shooting blanks. He can't have a baby. So the brother who can't have a baby kidnaps his homosexual brother, who he hasn't talked to in a long time. He's been fighting with. He kidnaps him and makes him. He forces him to masturbate in a cup so he can have a baby with the same blood. That's the story. It's a funny story. It was good. It was well done. I don't think it's my best acting. I didn't really get along with the other actor in it. He was good, but he was just commenting on my performance, and every time he commented, I just felt judged. But he was fighting. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care about Hollywood. Like, I work in Hollywood, but I'm real. That guy had an issue in life, outside of life, and he brought it to set. And it was miserable to work with him. I don't care. I'll tell him to his face. I hope he's gotten help, but I'll never forget that experience. I had a great time to get on film, but I wish it was working with a different guy, but that's basically it. But I love the writer and director, and I love his story, but I haven't seen any of his work ever since then. And look at me now, I'm doing good stuff,
Well, this is a great idea. Maybe he can rework it in a long future film with you and a better person.
I would love to. His name is, if you go to IMDb, do you see the IMDb? Like, what's his name? His name is Steve something.
You can share it later to John. I will
That's
tell
okay.
that part.
Yeah,
I decided I won't translate everything because we want to let you talk, but I will translate everything to my friend and I will tell that part. John decidí que no va a traducir todo para que Turhan hable. Solo diré que él te va a pasar el IMDb del director.
Yeah.
Steven Salinaro.
Steven Salinaro, yes.
Oh, yes. Eso es muy bueno.
Después te cuento la historia. Una historia llena de cosas buenas y malas. Prometo contarte.
Por supuesto. ¿Tienes una pregunta, Andrés?
Permiso. El director's nombre es Steve Salinaro.
Steve Salinaro. Yeah. Yes.
Steve Salinaro.
No, and it's okay. Don't worry. We will edit because John was talking to me, so we will edit that part. John, edita la parte en que estamos hablando y haz la pregunta.
Yo quiero hablar sobre una serie que, pues, para muchos les sorprendió en un principio, ya al final de la serie ya más distinta, pero quisiera preguntarte sobre su personaje. Su personaje es bastante elemental en el sentido de, pues, en la serie Barry. Quisiera preguntarte cómo es de pronto la psicología de ese personaje. ¿Qué te inspiró para crearlo?
Great question. What inspired you to create your character in Barry?
Wow, good question. So I'm good with accents. I'm Turkish. I was born in America. I can, like a chameleon, I can get inside easily characters, like anything. And so, bro, so I auditioned. So the first season I got an audition, and it was for a character that was off screen, one line. And I didn't book it, which I was glad for. I was glad because second season came around before the second season, and they had another audition for they were building the Chechen mob, and I auditioned for this character. I went in and I do the accent, and I understand the scene. And at one point, it doesn't call for crying, but I get emotional, but comedically in the scene, in the arc of the scene. I'm studied. I went to Shakespeare Theater in DC, studied with Michael Kahn from the Juilliard School. I studied at NYU. I'm a classically trained actor, but I have a lot of raw talent, right? Anyway, so I do the thing, and then I book it. I find out a few days later I book the role. So all day my agents and managers are calling me. Hey, this is happening. Oh, you got to be there. Oh, you have to get in touch with costumes. Costumes are going to call you, set up a costume appointment, to get fitted for wardrobe, get your sizes and stuff. And I said, okay. So 6 hours passed by. I had a lot of friends over because I have a writers group. I have a Hollywood writers group, about 50 of us. But they were over here, about 12 of them. And we were holding a writers group, and I got the information that I booked the role. And then they were here for 6 hours. So I was happy. 6 hours later, my manager called. I said, hey, any more good news? You keep calling me. And he goes, actually, no, it's not good news. And I said, ¿Cómo? I said, what? And he says, HBO made a mistake. I said, what do you mean? They said they want to go with somebody younger. I said, are you kidding me? After all these calls all day, sprucing me up, it goes to network. I was approved, and then they unapprove me. Well, that doesn't happen. My agents have been agents for 40 years. They said it's only happened twice. Helicopter. It's only happened twice. So I said, what's going to go on? They said, well, listen, two good news. You're still going to get paid for the fitting. I said, I don't want that money. I don't care about that. I don't want that. I want the role. They said, well, they're still building the Chechen mob. And I said, okay, good luck. Yeah, whatever. I'm not holding my breath. So a week goes by. I get a call for another audition. It's for a different role. And I don't even care, but I got to do it anyway. So I go in and I do it. It's a different role. And it's funnier. The other role wasn't funny, but this one's funnier. And I kill it. I crush it, whatever. And then I book it. And what's great is if you watch the season 2, episode 3, when I'm trying to shoot Barry from the rooftop, and I say, if we suck balls, you are the king of Suck Balls Mountain. That famous line. Bill Hader told me later in the season, because that was like a breakout moment for this character, because I improvised it, He said that you were so funny and you're the funniest new Chechen mobster that we decided we were going to kill you, but because you were so funny, we killed the accordion player instead. I don't know if you remember the accordion player or whatever, but how I prepare for it is just, I don't know, like I look at the script, I look at any script, any sides, and I understand what's going on. And then I say to myself, how would I do it? It's never how would Andres do it or how would Jhon do it. It's how I would do it. And then if I need an accent, then add the accent. If the character has a limp, he can't walk, then add that later. But it's all about how you do it. What is your sweet spot? That's how I prepare. You have to have a raw sense of what the scene is about, and you have to have the know-how and the sensibility to be real. If you're not real, it didn't happen. It just didn't happen. So that's how I prepare. Pretty simple, actually.
Man, amazing series. I mean, everybody who tells about me about that series, they say amazing acting, not only Big Hater, the whole cast, it's like a cult classic, a new cult classic. But I will tell, Jhon, solo diré esto. ¿Recuerdas el episodio 3 de la temporada 2, no? Cuando él va a matar a... Solo te diré que él improvisó esas líneas y que gracias a esas líneas improvisadas mataron al personaje del acordeonero y no a él. Y solo te quiero decir que él iba a audicionar para otro papel, que será alguien más joven, por eso él terminó siendo el jefe de la mafia.
Es muy revelador eso, es bastante chévere. Además, no solo de la actuación, hay también del tema del guionista. Él hizo una historia que es bastante sobre cómo vivir el día a día, que se llama Trampolín. Quisiera preguntarte sobre dónde podemos ver completa esta historia, porque solo se encuentran algunos fragmentos.
Talking about the part of your career in which you write, tell us more about Trampoline and also where we can see it, because in the net we only can see fragments of your work.
Oh, let me see if I can find it online on YouTube. Hold on.
Wow.
One minute.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, I can just send you the link.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that was a short film. Yeah, that's where you can find it. Yeah, it went to a few film festivals. I just did it for fun. And so the idea, how I'll tell you how I came up with the idea.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I had this wonderful girlfriend, for like 8 or 9 years. Best girlfriend I ever had. It ended. Some relationships end, but it was a really valuable relationship. A lot of fun things happened, but it all started with, let me see if I can get it. Wait. Hold on. Videos, uploads. Yeah. I just want to see if I can find it first. But I want to tell you about rolling trampoline. Come on, man. It's got to be here. Yeah. I'll try to find it and I'll try to send it to you guys. But so in American, in the English language, people when they talk, I would say something and I would say, you know what I mean? And I would say something, I say, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That, at the end of my whatever I was saying. And she said, this was early on our relationship. She said, you say that a lot. I said, what? You know what I mean? You say that a lot. I said, okay, wow, I didn't realize that. I said, how about we come up with a safe word? A safe word that I can go, so she said, okay, I'll say meatloaf, like the food meatloaf. And I said, so anyway, later I'm talking with her and she goes, meatloaf. I said, did I say that? Did I say that? She goes, yeah, you said, do you know what I mean? I go, wow. So she kept saying meatloaf until I broke the habit. So later on in our relationship, we came up with safe words to get out of quick arguments. When people argue and they don't communicate well. So we came up with the word guacamole, when she gets the point. Or if I get the point of her discussion, I say guacamole. I understand. Yo entiendo. Guacamole. No, you don't need to talk anymore. And so we would get out of fights like that, And so that short film, Trampoline, is about, I changed the name of the word to safe words of the film, but that's what the film is about. And it was like a good tactic to help build relationship and better communication. Did you not see my Sunflower Journey film, dude, I made before I went to NYU? Bro, that's what you got to see, man. Oh, yeah?
¿Qué tienes que ver Sunflower Journey?
That's Sunflower Journey. I made this on Super... Papito, listen. Escucha, por favor. I made this on Super 8 film in 1995, black and white. and I played Charlie Chaplin, the tramp. And I did it in the summer, in the hot summer, for 2 weeks, a month or two before NYU. And Robert Redford saw this, and Roger Town, famous screenwriter, they saw this. He called me. Roger Town called me, famous screenwriter. His brother wrote The Network. Yeah, I don't know if you know The Network, famous movie. He won an Academy Award. So, like, this is like the first film I ever made was on film. And I had a beautiful Super 8 camera. And this was about, you know, in case you're going to talk about it, you know, this movie was about what I was going through in life. Like, all my films that I make myself are about what's going on in my life. So this film is about accepting, people accepting, your friends not accepting for who you are. And in this film, this guy likes to dress up as Charlie Chaplin's The Tramp. And he's going on a journey to see his girlfriend who wants to talk to him. And by the time he gets there, she rips off his mustache, and he can't believe that she doesn't accept him for who he is. But you know what I mean? So it's a silent film, and I used a lot of public domain music, and I was really inspired by it, you know? I was really inspired to make it. I had this awesome Japanese sound camera that had lap dissolve and time lapse. I mean, it was amazing, you know? So that's about it for that. Yeah.
Thank you for telling and thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you got it, pup. 1, 2, 3. Safe.
Jhon.
Oh.
Tengo estas dos preguntas, bueno, que yo sé que Andrés va a complementar. Una es Blacklist. Es una de las series que yo estoy viendo, la verdad me quedo impresionado no solo por la manera en cómo resuelven casos, pero tu personaje es algo muy distinto a como hemos visto en Embargo. Me hubiera gustado que le hubieran dado más tiempo. Entonces quería preguntarle sobre qué fue lo que más te impactó de esos 2 episodios y de los 3 que hay en Chosen, que es la vida de Jesucristo. Esta última serie que hicieron, que habla sobre las estaciones de Chosen. Entonces quisiera preguntarte sobre esas 2.
First, we will ask you about Blacklist. In fact, Jhon said that he really wanted to see more time on your character, but how it brought you doing these 2 episodes of this series?
Of The Chosen?
You can say both, The Chosen and Blacklist.
What was The Chosen and what?
The Blacklist.
Oh, Blacklist. The Blacklist. Yeah, dude. That was a great. So the airplane scene. You remember that? Tu sabes de avión? The scene, the avión. So. Okay, it's crazy. I tell the best stories. I don't give a shit. I fucking tell the best.
No, go ahead, tell it. I will tell you.
You got it. So I auditioned for this, and there were no lines. No lines. No las líneas. No palabras. And I'm happy. I'm going to be small part, no talking. I'm going to be on the show, whatever. First season, 1 episode. They credit me for 2. Maybe they used my likeness on the second one, but I only shot 1 episode. Okay. But so I get to set. We're in Chelsea, New York, on the Chelsea Piers on the Hudson. I go to the studio. We go to set. They have half of a plane they used in Spider-Man 2. The same plane, la misma. I go inside the plane, the actors, director, crew, we rehearse. I have my sides with me, and I'm following along. And he's like, move there, do this, you know, entonces, you know, then do that, entonces do that, and then that. Okay. So my head is spinning right now. I'm confused, but I don't show to anybody. So the woman in the scene, we end up becoming friends in real life. She was great. So I'm sitting on the plane. Director, he's not talking anymore. And I said, you know, I have my sides with me, and I say, are these my lines? She goes, yes. I go, oh my God. I asked my agent if there were any lines, and I have a good agent in New York. This is when I lived in New York. And I asked her, do I have any lines? And she said, no. And these are my lines. There's 4 pages here. We have to go over 4 pages of, and I'm very quick. I can grab lines, but I'm nervous now. So I go back to my trailer. I have like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, man. And I'm trying to like do the lines and whatever. Anyway, I get to set and we run it once. Somehow, I don't know, man. I'm going crazy. I'm almost like I'm getting nervous, but I'm not showing it. I'm using it, you know, because I'm on a plane. You got to use it. So if you're acting crazy, then it's going to work, right? So I'm smart, you know. And the lines, I don't even know what the next line is going to be until it comes back, until she stops talking. Or the pilot stops talking. I go, there's my line, and I say my line. I gotta roll, I gotta flip, I gotta move, I gotta act crazy, but I have to learn the lines. Anyway, I did the lines. Nobody knew except the actress, and it was amazing. And then it was the cold open of the episode, and it was a great piece of content. But that was the literal story. That was the story for that. What was the other one? Chosen. I'm on 3 episodes. I play Matthew's father. And I'm gonna, Jhon, I'm gonna send you something through you should see this. Maybe you can use it for your content. But I was at a party. I'm producing a documentary, and we had a fundraiser on Saturday downtown in LA. Before I can walk in, this guy who's playing guitar, he's playing music inside. He walks out, he's finished. He says, are you on The Chosen? Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, right here. This guy, hold on. This guy, that's me. This guy over here, he sees me. He goes, are you on The Chosen? And we'll just watch this. And I couldn't believe it. And then I met 4 of his religious friends. And I'm not producing a religious film. They just happen to be religious. And his friends don't show up on this because I met them after the video. So I said, man, what a story. I want to, let's shoot a video real quick. And I want to share it with the director and the team and stuff, you know? So here you go. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Let me refresh so I can get the beginning of it. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. God damn it.
How you doing? This is Troy. Excuse the shirt. I'm at a film party. It feels good. Anyway, that's beside the point. This man, Garrett, he stopped me and he said, are you in The Chosen? And this is like, I wanted to send this to Dallas and the crew. Hopefully it gets out there. And I said, yeah. And he goes, are you joking? Are you kidding? I said, yeah, I am. And I was very like happy to hear that he was asking me. And then I asked him why, and this is what he said, but I'd like for him to, talk about where he's from and stuff too.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Chosen family. A little bit about my background. I grew up in China. My parents would work with Christian musicians, bringing them under the radar into the country and performing to raise money for orphan surgeries and raising awareness, making adoption more accessible for people around the world, loving families. In my life, Jesus, despite all that amazing God on the work move with my parents and my background, I have never come to know Jesus as strongly as through The Chosen. So the impact it's made on me, the impact it's made on the people that I share it with is just expanding every single day. So excited for season 4. So excited to meet Troy here. That means
first of all, forget me, but the show. Anyway, back to Garrett.
That means I'm doing something absolutely right, and I couldn't be more happy about it. So thank you.
Thank you, Garrett. Listen, I already hugged this guy on the opposite side where it's like the heart to heart, man, and he's a guitarist, great guy, and I just wanted to share this message. All right, take care, peace.
So that was an amazing moment. That's never really happened to me. Well, some people in New York when I shot there just like a different show this year. I was shooting a different show. I walked by a church and everybody knew me outside. I was like, wow, it was an amazing feeling because this guy, Dallas Jenkins, created the show, funded it through Kickstarter. It was the #1 funded project, broke Kickstarter history, $11 million. They made the first season with it. They called me in to audition. The director is a big fan of Barry. He's a fan of my character. His son is a big fan of my character. First thing he said to me was, "Oh, it's welcome the King of Suckballs Mountain," like into the audition room, right? So I auditioned for it. The first time I auditioned for it, I was at home, self-tape, and I was terrible. I was like, this sucks, but I'm going to send it in. Like, I didn't feel good about it at all. I was like, not off book. I like to be off book. I like to like know. And I was just like, it's so long. And I'm like, I'm not good. But they called me back in and I get the role. And then I wish I was in it more because I just love what they're doing. They're doing 7 seasons of it, And I'm good friends with Paris now, who plays Matthew, who's like a big star now because of the show. And he's a really great guy. The woman who plays my wife, she's amazing. We're really good friends now because of the show and because we like each other and we work together really well. And it's just a lovely setting. I mean, they get so many donations. Guys, they don't need Hollywood's help at all. And that model is what's going to break Hollywood. Hollywood's model is not working anymore. It just isn't. Of course, I want to work with some of the other Hollywood people and stuff like that. But the people that are running it, it's not working. It isn't working anymore. And because I'm in Web3 and NFTs and like I buy and trade digital arts and I build projects on Bitcoin and Ethereum, I've been doing it for 4 years. The model, I just like what The Chosen is doing. Like, other studio streamers want to pay them $1 million to be on their platform, but they make like $1 million or $2 every 2 or 3 weeks on their podcast. They take donations because who doesn't, there's a lot of people that love Jesus and whatever. And the way they do it is just really well done, right? Not everybody can put Jesus in their story because not everybody's story is about Jesus, but that's not the point. The point is to become our own studios, to become our own marketplaces and to compete. Because if Andres can make a great film, right? And he can get, even if it's a short film and he can get 1 billion views on it or 100 million views, why do you really need a studio? Why do you need that? Well, what have they done for you? You know what I mean? So I don't mean to hate on the studio, but studios, much like the government, it just is. They're not out here for us. They're not. They're not.
They got their own interests.
Exactly. No, it's fine, and but I'm still doing content, and I'm a good man, and I want to do it with other good people, and I want to rise with them and stuff like that, and take some of the power back or all the power back. Just for us, it's for us, man. So, but that's another story. But I love The Chosen. I love to keep working with those guys. I wish them well. And there's no studio in the world that can say they're doing 7 seasons, let alone more than 1 season. People from out of the state of Texas and Utah have moved to Texas permanently because they know they're going to be, as the crew members, because they know they have a job on The Chosen for the next 3 years. They've moved for the last 2 years. That it's you don't see that, man. It's pretty amazing.
And I'm happy that Jhon asked about The Chosen. Jhon,
yeah. Oh, good.
Agradecerle, darle un fuerte aplauso por eso.
Bravo.
Y la foto y bueno, redes sociales, un saludo para Colombia.
Should I do it with my hair off or is she like this?
Jhon, gorra.
Both.
Both here.
Yes.
And now the camera is yours. So you can say your social media so people can follow you. Send a big hi to whatever you want, man.
Go ahead. Yeah. What's up, guys? I'm Turhan Troy Caylak. I'm an actor and screenwriter in Hollywood for the past 30 years. Originally from New York, 20 years working there on a lot of TV and shows and theater and stuff like that. I went to NYU. I studied at the Shakespeare Theater with Michael Kahn, who who ran the Juilliard division. I'm competitive. I have, a lot of raw talent and sensibilities, and I love to work with other people and like to inspire, starting a project to bring people together, and then like creating a script, which is like a business. That's what it is. It's a business. It's a blueprint for a business that you're scaling in to a deliverable, right? So it's amazing when you can get people together and then like you hire people that work on not just your film, because if you write the film, it's your film, it's your script. But if you have a producer, now it's your film. And then if you have other crew members, now it's their film. And then when you deliver it to the audience, it's now everyone's film, right? So that's what I believe in, right? I that's why I love Charlie Chaplin, because when he used to come to the studio, people used to whisper, Charlie's here, the prince is coming, I like that vibe. I like that, not to be called a prince, but the idea that they're excited to work because he takes care of his crew, he takes care of his people, So if you want to follow me, I do a lot of content at Troy Caylak, TroyCaylak on Instagram and Twitter, and I got a huge following on Twitter, and then on Facebook it's the same thing, I guess. Turhan Troy Caylak, that's my other name. It's all there. TurhanTroyCaylak, and then I have a Cartoon 8, which I own the IP for, from the biggest NFT collection in the world, called the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and his name is. It's this guy.
I saw it on IMDb.
Yeah, so Fez the Ape on TikTok's got a small following. I just started doing content. It's hard to get a following, but it's okay. I own that IP. We got some sick 3D animations that are coming out from a major studio, and I'm just trying to bring my ape to the Web 2 market, so for consumption. He's funny. It's based on my father, my uncle. He kind of talks like this. That's the way he talks. He's Fez. He can say anything he wants. So it's very it's like me, but with an accent. It's like a trick, so I can be myself, but it's with an accent. So he's a nice guy. He's a lot of love. He's looking for love, but he keeps it real, and he likes to talk with people. So yeah, stuff like that. I'm such an idiot.
The best, man.
Yeah.
No, amazing, man.
Thank you so much.
Gracias.
No,
you got it. You got it. Thank
you.
You.
Got it.
And make sure you put Fez the Ape on the TikTok too, and stuff like that, so people can follow that too. But definitely Troy Caylak and Turhan Troy Caylak and all that stuff. And dude, I got so many shows. Like, I can't believe you didn't even talk about the other things. Like, dude, I'm on only the top shows. I only do top shows, and I've worked for that. I have credit, like I've earned those because of my talent and I never give up. Anyway, that's enough for me. Thanks a lot, mucho gusto.
And send the link.
Okay.
Send every link, man.
You got it, brother. Take care. Peace.
Take care, man.
Peace.
You got it.
God bless you, man.
You too, brother.
Bye bye.